There we go. Only 6 hours to go for the blockbuster India versus New Zealand final of the T20 World Cup. The day we've all been waiting for. 20, 30 days of non-stop cricket comes to a stop tonight. Who will be the winner? Will India go out there and defend their T20 World Cup title, or will New Zealand find themselves crowned the new T20 champions? Joining me for this show is Debashish Sen and Ashok Nambudiri. Debashish, I'll start with you. Okay, now there has been a lot of conversation.
Before starting the conversation, just let me ask you one thing. Why are you sporting a black
all black
attire?
All black.
Are you supporting the black cat?
No, I will change my clothes. Don't worry.
वो क्या कहते हैं उसको?
माइक में बात करो पहले. अपशगुन.
Yeah.
कैसी बात है? शादी थोड़ी हो रही है किसी की. Even then it's ridiculous.
But आज तो हर जगह पे you will watch out for superstition. Means people will go to temples, they will perform yagyas and stuff everywhere across the country. You will see. So we want, and obviously whoever is sitting in a particular press box seat will sit in that position, will not drink a bottle of water, and all it needs to do to see India winning the World Cup.
You know what will happen? We'll go in the press box, things start going a little right, and then everyone will be like, remember where you are sat, remember what you're doing, and only do that for the rest of the match. This is a thing, the press does this, and the biggest example was England, where, I kid you not, I am not making this up, Sahil, one of our fellow journalists, was standing at a particular place. We were all not moving from our places at that point because it was such a tense 58 minutes of absolute madness that happened at the Oval. Sahil left for a matter of 3-4 minutes. That's it. And he got a very important call or something like that. In that very over, Akashdeep gets hit for a 6, a catch is dropped, and things like this start happening. The second Sahil comes back in, everyone turns around and starts yelling at Sahil, what are you doing? What do you think you're doing? Come back and stand here. So things like that will also happen today. There will be tense situations in the press box as well. But of course, on the other hand, everyone will be typing away their reports. For a second they'll think कि अच्छा अभी इंडिया जीत रही है तो मैं टाइटल ये डाल दूंगा. फिर some twist will happen in the match.
Multiple scenarios.
Yeah. Then they'll be like, अरे यार अब ये टाइटल नहीं लिख सकता. So things like these, are some things that happen in the press box but are never brought to the light. But coming back to the game now, Debashish and Ashok, pitch, we know which pitch it is, yes? Yesterday we all spoke to an ICC source and they told us that pitch number 6 is the pitch where the final is being played. And no, a contrast to popular belief, it is not the Indian team or the Indian management that has gone out there and chosen that particular pitch. They've not been offered that pitch. That pitch was already decided on by the ICC before the tournament even started. So nothing has been done in favor of India. It is a completely neutral pitch and it was decided beforehand, irregardless of who the participants of the final will be. Pitch number 6, I think it's a mixed soil, but you expect a lot of runs on it.
There will be more red soil content compared to black soil. And obviously it will offer a favor to the batters. And again, once again, we might see a high-scoring affair, and which might be to the interest of the fans, because the people go out to watch runs being scored rather than wickets being taken, particularly for this format.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I think most fans will be expecting a run fest. Though, on the face of it, they talk about going down to the wire, they talk about a close contest. But the T20 format has quietly evolved into a celebration of 6s and 4s. So I agree with you. And therefore, I think that component of the red soil being higher, there will be bounce. It will perhaps favor the fast bowlers, but the ball will come onto the bat. And so we can for sure expect a 200 kind of a total for the team batting first.
100%. And while we talk about this, fans have already started thronging the stadium. Prakash, can you please play the visuals from outside of the Narendra Modi Stadium? Shubhayan and Rohit are already there. If they are able to, we'll ask them to join for a few minutes. to show us what the build-up is like. But Prakash, if you can please play the visuals while we take all of your questions and we try to answer them. Komal Singh is saying Kuldeep Yadav must play the final. New Zealand team have 4 lefties in top 7. Kuldeep will be key, just like in the Champions Trophy and Asia Cup final. You know, this morning in the 10 a.m. live, I was speaking to Shoumik Chakrabarti, and there you go. Look at that. 6 hours to go and people have already started completely crowding the stadium. This is the madness for the Indian team, Ashok.
Yeah, I think we can safely say that there'll be 100,000 people there for sure, right? In fact, the excitement, I'll tell you, I was at the hotel where I was staying, and then I went across to meet a friend. People are already out with their blue jerseys, with the flags, face paint, and the excitement is building. At 12 p.m.?
Yeah,
it's amazing.
That's crazy. If I was a fan and I had something like this to attend to, I'd probably reach there a couple hours before, not at 12 for sure. But these are some mad fans who love their cricket and love the team.
But you need to change your All Blacks, right? That's the problem.
No, it's okay if I wear this. I am a journalist. I'm not taking sides here. But interestingly enough, while I was coming down, I met a gentleman in the lift and he looked at me. I don't know what about me screamed cricket to him, but he looked at me and said, "Are you going for the match?" And I said, "No, I work there." And he was like, "I'm going for the match." So he was very excited. So that's what it is. Lots of people there already. My goodness.
Yeah, obviously, it was a similar atmosphere when the 2023 World Cup final happened. I and Subayan were both there to cover that final. And it has always been the case whenever India plays here at the Narendra Modi Stadium. And it is electrifying, to say the least. 1 lakh, even more than 1 lakh people will be there inside the stadium, and counting the security personnel that will be inside. So, and obviously, one would suggest that you better turn up, go to the stadium early to avoid the traffic jams, because there will be road blockades across all the roads leading to the stadium. And avoid the rush, and there will be total chaos. Because the gates are opening today at 3:30 p.m. We have a live performance from Ricky Martin and
Not
also
Ricky. I'd love to see one, by the way. A performance by Ricky Ponting.
and also Sukhvinder Singh. It will be a cracking atmosphere. Falguni Pathak, yes, and the closing ceremony will start at 5:30, and so it will be a half an hour show, and then obviously by then the teams will also be there inside the stadium, and it can't get bigger. Means obviously people talk about a Wankhede Stadium or Eden Gardens, but obviously when you talk about the sheer presence of crowd, means it has to be Narendra Modi Stadium. I mean, something we have witnessed at the MCG.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And the temperature, Gargi, Debashish, is really much more than yesterday. It seems really hot now at 12 o'clock and seems to be climbing. But the fans seem to be oblivious of that. It's clearly going to be a packed house today, really going to be a sea of blue. And you can see it. I mean, you can see that the city is already buzzing with excitement.
Absolutely is. And I'll take some questions now, because of course it's very important to engage with our viewers as well. True Wicket is saying encouraging stat for fans ahead of T20 World Cup. Gujarat Giants. Sorry, Gautam Gambhir has, whenever I see GG, my mind straight goes to Gujarat Giants. But yes, Gautam Gambhir never lost a final in ICC events or the IPL as a player or coach or mentor. Is that right?
No, he was the mentor of the which franchisee? Which franchisee was he part of before he joined KKR? He was with a particular Delhi. No. He was definitely a part of the franchisee before joining KKR as the mentor. But did he win the title there? No, I don't think so. It was only after he came back to KKR in 2024 that KKR lifted their 3rd title.
Yeah, but nonetheless, I think we'll have to acknowledge, his contribution to white ball cricket. Having got India into the finals is a big achievement. And I think the kind of confidence, the kind of energy in the team. Yesterday I spoke about the fact that India is batting fearlessly, and that is a certain brand of cricket which very few other teams in the world can emulate today. The ability to keep the run rate going, you've built in the wickets falling, you've priced that into your innings. For example, the way Tilak Verma has moved from number 3 to number 5 or 6 and is able to kind of accelerate or keep the momentum going. Nobody's spent time on that, but I think it's happened almost seamlessly. But I think full marks to Gautam Gambhir and the selectors for what they have created with this team.
Yeah, absolutely, Ashok. I totally agree with you. A few of the tactical moves in this campaign, starting from that Super 8 campaign after that loss against South Africa, I think getting in a Sanju Samsung in the playing 11 to open the batting with him, sending Tilak Verma lower down the order where he has accelerated. Actually, his knock has been very impactful, and that has made the difference of the team posting big totals in the last semi-final as well as the game against West Indies. So I think these are a few tactical moves, and obviously the way Bumrah has been handled. So I think this has been brilliant, and so I think just one more match, and hopefully all the tactical moves are
Will pay
proven
off.
right.
Yeah. Let me in on this conversation, guys. you two have been speaking for so long, and I'm just sitting here reading the comments. But yes, I'm quite interested to see what the bowling combination is here, because this is a pitch that India has not played on yet, and we saw when it comes to Ahmedabad, because I believe there are 11 pitches in the Narendra Modi Stadium. Some are black soil, some are red soil, some are a mixture, and we also saw that when India played those two back-to-back matches, the two pitches were so contrasting that it produced completely different results and strategies as well. So it's going to be interesting to see how they assess that wicket. Yesterday there wasn't dew at all, and I was quite surprising to see what
Both of us came out of the stadium almost at a similar time. You were
Yeah,
doing
yeah.
English live, I was into the Bangla live, and we hardly saw any dew.
any dew. Exactly.
I agree. In fact, I had also kind of crisscrossed across town, and the temperatures actually fall by about 5:30, 6 o'clock, but there was no dew at all yesterday.
Yeah, no dew at all. So will that sort of? But in this situation, it's a final. It's going to be high pressure. If you win the toss, if you are Surya Kumar Yadav, and the toss gods are looking down on you and think, "Chalo beta, aapka time hai. What will you choose?"
Bat first.
Bat first.
Bat first. I have always been a firm believer is to post total, bat out the opposition means, and that obviously chasing won't be difficult in these conditions, and it was proven in Wankhede as well. England almost made it. Means had Bethel did not get run out in that last over. I think England had a very good chance of perhaps being into the finals. But having said that, I think bat out, bat first, post a total in excess of 200 to 240, 250. The pressure will be on New Zealand. Yes, they have a Finn Allen, they have a Tim Seifert, they have a Rachin Ravindra, Glenn Phillips, but Daryl Mitchell. But I think that pressure of our total in a big final, that will be walking on the minds.
Okay. Wow. A lot of people are talking about me wearing black. Guys, this is not my final outfit. Calm down.
Debashish and I were not really off the mark
Yeah.
there.
No, but
Because
someone has given me a good excuse to give back to you guys. Huh? Wait, where did it go? Gargi wearing black to knock off evil energy and Nazar. See,
Nazar.
this is what I will tell everyone today. Everyone, that this is why I'm wearing, because I had, just like the ICC, I had chosen this outfit way before the tournament even started. That this is what I'll wear for the final, like they had decided the pitch. So nothing in favor or against India. That's how it is. Saima is saying no changes for sure for India. Win the toss and bowl first. Stronger suite is batting. Pitch gets better under lights. Okay.
Interesting observation.
Shailesh is saying Team India toss जीतकर bowling करनी चाहिए. Batting pitch है. Lots of contrasting opinions here. Avish Agarwal is saying, hi Gargi, this World Cup has been all about matchups. So do you think an Akshar Patel can come in the power play? Because Akshar Patel has been bowling in the power
Bowling in the power play, and there is a good chance, in fact, that they will employ.
Left-handers. Okay. Danny is saying Varun and Abhishek should take motivation from Virat as he did not have a good tournament. And when stakes were high in the final, he performed and won the game for us. So Abhishek should take his time and play. Thoughts on Abhishek?
Obviously, that head coach had a long chat with Abhishek in the middle yesterday during the practice session, and his father was there.
Yes.
His father was there waiting at the boundary, and then after his discussion with Gautam Gambhir got over, he walked up to his father, and obviously he touches his feet, and that is a bit of a nice gesture. Means obviously that the ritual that we follow, and obviously he had a small chat with his father. And obviously we are not aware what exactly was the conversation was, but definitely one could say that it means obviously to have his father. In fact, all the players, everyone will have their families today at the stadium. Be it a Varun Chakravarti, be it a Surya Kumar Yadav, be it a Hardik Pandya, be it a Jasprit Bumrah, be it a Akshar Patel, everyone will have their family. And obviously what I am getting to know is that there will be a video that will be shown to all the players. Entire team, they will be shown a video, and this video is been made of the players' families' reaction. Say, be it a mother of Jasprit Bumrah or father of Abhishek Sharma. That is the similar thing which happened when KKR won the champion in the inaugural season, and it was all being planned by Gautam Gambhir, the then KKR coach. He is now the coach of the Indian team. So a small video, emotional video will be shown to the players before the final. I mean, just to motivate them. Means what their family members, their better hearts, their wives, their children are wishing them. Means obviously it's a huge occasion, and everyone will be at the stands. In fact, a coach will be carrying all the family members to inside to the stadium today, as was the case in 2023.
Okay, now do you feel the nerves? Do you feel the tingle, Ashok?
Yes, in fact, I just saw a couple of fans with blue jerseys walking by, and it's beginning to kind of build up inside me.
Yeah, I know. And because Debashish keeps talking about 2023, it sort of somewhat makes you a little nervous. And
New Zealand are not Australia, Ashok da?
Yeah.
New Zealand cannot be compared to Australia. Yes, had it been an Australia or a South Africa or even for that matter, England, New Zealand, yes, they haven't won a T20 title. They are the most consistent team when it comes to qualifying for the knockouts in ICC event. But still, I don't know. Means it's an inner feeling that I don't see New Zealand winning the title.
But India was also India. They went into that final unbeaten.
Yes.
And you could not even have criticized the team for anything at that point, because they had played every match to perfection, and one match they were outplayed. What could you have said? There was nothing
I think that match
to say.
happened against the South Africans in Super 8.
Yeah, in this particular tournament.
Perhaps that was the wake-up call.
USA वाला ही हो गया था. Surya Kumar Yadav kept saying ना that was a wake-up call, क्योंकि we had started thinking too far ahead of ourselves. हम लोग already आगे के matches के बारे में सोच रहे थे. And then that was a wake-up call. But he was asked about 2023 yesterday, and he was like, अरे यार 3 साल हो गए, please let's not talk about it anymore. But your thoughts, do you think that will be playing on their minds?
No, if you ask me, in a way, Surya Kumar Yadav is right, because I don't think that they would really be thinking about that.
Yeah.
See, I think there is a lot of pressure, no doubt. Family, friends, fans, 100,000 people coming. There is pressure. But as far as the team goes, with the kind of cricket that they have played, they made it to the finals. First of all, we need to acknowledge that. And I think at this point of time, there are only two variables. One is how do you handle pressure? Which team handles pressure is going to matter the most.
100%.
And the other is how much of mental confidence you have and you back yourself up. And on that given day, then it's going to be whoever plays the best. But the journey that the team has gone through, the brand of fearless cricket that they have gone through, we need to acknowledge that. And I think if they can just back themselves up with that knowledge that they have done well, they have peaked at the right moment, they have addressed some of the concerns that were there. So all the preparation work is done. And now, you really can't fault them. So to go back and say, okay, the pressure of 2023 is here, I don't think, that's the way the team would be thinking.
Your thoughts, Debashish, before we close the show. Prakash, can you play the visuals one more time so our viewers can see what the build-up is looking like outside of the Narendra Modi Stadium? Until then, Devashish, take it away. What do you think the mindset is right now when it comes to the
Yeah,
team?
I think Surya Kumar Yadav in that pre-match press conference did admit that he is also under a bit of pressure. Means obviously the pressure of expectation means, and he was very candid in admitting that yes, I am also feeling the pressure. Yes, I am excited. I am excited to be leading the country. Means in front of such a huge crowd. Obviously, as a captain, what more can you ask for? Means it's a perfect occasion, but at the same time, I am also feeling the pressure, and obviously that was very nice on the part of Surya Kumar Yadav to actually come out and speak in front of a media. It was a packed press conference room, and he did not shy away from admitting that he is also feeling the pinch. Means obviously he is also under pressure, and at the same time he also added that pressure brings the best in him. Pressure brings the best in any player, any sportsman, and that is what you want. Means until and unless you are under pressure, you won't be able to go that extra bit to give out your best, and that is what the Indian team needs. Means obviously, it's not about a particular Surya Kumar Yadav. We as a team need to perform for that 3.5 hours.
Okay, were the visuals played?
No.
Prakash, are you playing the visuals? Let me see. Sometimes what happens is we can't see it, but it's being played.
Okay.
It's a common glitch that happens, but no, the visuals were not played. There we go. That's the build-up outside of the Narendra Modi Stadium. Look at that Malinga in flesh and blood outside the stadium supporting India in an Indian jersey. I'm just kidding. That's a lovely wig though. Very
Full
colorful.
marks to creativity, right? I mean, if there was a contest for that, the Indian fans would take it away.
Yeah, but nothing beats the Australian and the English crowd. Creativity, you have to go there and
You have to be at the Holly stand
Yeah.
to witness the atmosphere. The
At the Oval.
Fancy dress, unbelievable.
was there Edgbest?
Edgbaston. Eric Holly
Sorry.
stand.
Yes, of course, where everyone will be dressed. You know, the funniest thing was that a group of boys dressed up like pigs, and their one friend dressed up like a butcher. And what they do is the pigs would run around and the butcher would come running with an inflatable gigantic butcher's knife. And that was happening all throughout the game. So that's lovely little entertainment there. The fans will be happy to watch the Indian team win tonight, but it's not going to be easy. It's going to be a big task for both the teams to go out there and try to win that title. The pressure will be on both teams, but we'll be right here. We'll keep building up from Ahmedabad. We'll come back live at 4 p.m. from outside of the Narendra Modi Stadium, giving you guys a sense of what the mood, what the build-up is like. Then at 5, Boria will go live from studio. We'll try to join him once again. And then, of course, at 6 p.m., we start our final show ahead of the T20 World Cup final. So don't forget to join us then. We'll be back very soon. Stay tuned.